Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you having a good day. Good day for me. Let's get right into what I wore. First off, let's say I seen this on Facebook Marketplace, knew nothing about it, did a quick little research about it, and buddy initially wanted like $100 for it, $110, and it's been on there for a couple months now. He had it down to like $70. I offered him 50. He took 50. So it's Insider Parfums Plum Harajuku. I'm not whatever language that is. I'm pretty sure it's Japanese. I am not that, so I barely speak English, so I'm sure I butchered this. But yeah, let's get into the notes and we'll talk about it for a bit. Um, Cinnamon, saffron. What is that? I wrote them down. Oh, Japanese plum. I don't know if there's a difference between like Japanese plum and regular plum. No idea, but maybe. I don't know. Plum blossom, immortelle, liquor, cypress, camellia. I don't know what that is. Flower apparently. Agarwood, amber, benzoin, fir, and vanilla. Quick little thing about Insider Perfumes. They're a clone house. They're an expensive clone house though. Most of their fragrances are $100 to $150. Looks like if I did the conversion right, it's in Great British Pounds. So they're a British house apparently because it's in Great British Pounds. Um, but couple things about it. They do a lot of discontinued fragrances, hard to find fragrances, uh, high end designer fragrances, and even a lot of niche fragrances. So for that price, especially for the discontinued and hard to find stuff, it's not that bad, honestly. Um, but and the quality, it's hard to explain quality to somebody, especially when you're talking about smell, because a lot of things smell like good quality. Like when you say, most Latafas are fine quality, they're designer quality. Um, this just has a little, like I said, it's hard to explain it, but it is a very fine, very nice quality fragrance. Up there with most high end designers that I've smelled and the niches that I've smelled and owned over the years. This is right up there with that kind of quality. Um, so I can only speak for this one. I don't have anything else from the house. Um, I want to get some, but it's in Britain, so shipping would be almost as much as the fragrance, so not worth it for me. But if you are in London, England, you know, Britain, whatever you want to call it, probably Europe in general, shipping probably not going to be that much. But once you cross that puddle, Canada Post likes to throw a big fee on you. So, yeah, I won't be getting any unless some of the like fragrance buy or stuff like that, get a hold of them. But anyway, yeah, I'd also say check their website out. Their website is actually, I mean, who speaks about websites being nice? This is actually a classy website, too. It's black and white, it's laid out right. It just feels like a classy website, if I can say that. And so just give them a shot, give them a look anyway. And if you're from the United Kingdom, you might want to maybe purchase a bottle. Um, this is an EDP concentration. It doesn't say it, but it says on the website, which it performs like an EDP quite nicely. This is also a clone of a discontinued super. I don't know if it's rare, but it's definitely super expensive Tom Ford fragrance, and that's Plum Japanese. Came out in 2013. Um, I'm talking, when I say expensive, I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I've seen a few on there for $909, $1,000. And you got that kind of scratch to spend on the fragrance, you go right ahead. I've got some money. I ain't got that kind of money. So, I mean, I guess I could, but man, I'd be crying all the way to the bank. And I had this for $50. Um, it's ridiculous. I would never pay that kind of money for a fragrance. I'm sorry. Um, I mean, is it a good dupe of Tom Ford? You know, Plum Japanese? I don't know. I'm sure I smelled Plum Japanese probably 10, 11 years ago. Seems like something I would have smelled when I was out in like Montreal and stuff like that. But I don't remember. So Even if I did, I probably wouldn't have been able to afford it, so maybe I didn't even bother smelling it back then. But from what I've been reading about this, it's a really good dupe. Uh, some people say 100% dupe. You don't need the original. Some people say close enough. Of course, there's always somebody like it's never as good as the original. Yeah, fuck you, dick. So yeah, I heard this is a pretty good dupe of it. And quality, like I said, too. Just the only thing that's not quality is I find this kind of looks. The bottle itself is nice, thick, heavy glass. This sticker kind of makes it look almost dollar stores, right? It should have been a metal or a metal sticker or something. But this cap is pure metal, plastic on the inside, but pure metal, heavy. One of the heaviest caps I know I have is a heavy cap, man. And the atomizer is pretty good on it. You know. Oh, that stuff is good. So let's get into the fragrance now that I've talked about the house and whatnot. You're hit with a blast of cinnamon and saffron spice right away. The saffron, I'm not a big fan of saffron, but it's not super strong or super just loud in it. It's a softer saffron, and it's yeah, a little bit of earthiness is there. The that dry cinnamon though, it's not a sugary sweet cinnamon. It's that dry, woody, almost mentholated type cinnamon. Y'all know what I mean, cool and dry. Uh, Now you do pick up. Talk about plum real quick. I'm not the biggest plum fan. Not because I don't like it. I just don't get the big draw to it. Everybody's, oh, it's juicy, seductive, sweet plum. When plum has been in fragrances, and to be fair, I haven't smelled a lot of fragrances with plum, and they've mostly been designers. So it's just kind of a slightly sweet, watery, fruity vibe to me. Plum gives there's nothing special about it. And this is a little more in depth than that, but it's still kind of just that. It's just a watery, sweet, kind of fruity plum. Uh, but this one definitely gives you that liquor or note that they got listed here. Definitely gives you an alcoholic vibe, not like a premium alcohol, like a drink it, kind of like a, I guess would be the plum, almost like the cinnamon, like a spiced wine almost, right off the top. It is gorgeous. Um, I said in the sweet, it's not like super sweet or anything. It's not sugary sweet. It's not jammy sweet like a fruit jam, sugar jam. Right? It's just a soft sweetness with a boozy aspect. Like I said, kind of like a spiced wine, red wine almost. Going in the mid again, it keeps all that uh, vibe to it, that spiced wine kind of vibe to it. Uh, but a slight floral, almost smoky vibe comes out. Um, almost, almost like a suede leather, smoky leather. It's very light, but it's definitely noticeable. And that really adds. It's like now it's like a smoky wine, spiced wine. It's ridiculously good. You're picking up on some of the florals um, in it. You know the I don't know what plum blossom smells like. I don't know what immortality smells like or camellia, but there's a floral, powdery kind of floral vibe to it. Not as powdery as say an iris or a lavender can be, but it is there. And but it's mostly, like I said, still just that spiced wine and smoke and just gorgeous. Um, yeah, the base starts to come out. You still keep getting that winey kind of smell, fruity, winey kind of smell. The smoke's kind of died off, but you're starting to pick up on a little bit of a powdery sweet vanilla mixing with the florals and the fruits. And uh, The woods, they say oud, agar wood. You do pick up a tiny hint of oud, but it's mostly just woods. You know, it's just an indiscernible woody kind of smell. And that's it, guys. That's kind of the scent. Um, it's a spicy, boozy, slightly powdery, woody, slightly sweet scent. It's got a touch of an old school vibe to it too. Now you're not going to smell this and think barbershop or old man or anything, but a touch of something like opium pour home. If you know that fragrance, you'll smell this, especially right off the get go, and be like, you get that effervescent juiciness that opium has, spiciness that cinnamon that opium has. It's got a bit of that old school vibe. This is classified as unisex. I'd say maybe take a special kind of lady to really pull this off. A very confident lady. This is definitely more masculine to me, even with the florals and the plum, which I think has female notes, feminine notes, but the spices and the woods really kind of that boozy aspect give it more of a masculine edge to me. Uh, so how I applied it, I wasn't sure how strong it was going to be. I figured it was going to be all right, so I put two in my moisturizer, one on the back of my neck, shirt on, one on the shirt, and I got about 9 hours out of it. So eau de parfum is pretty much where I'd say it's at, 8 to 9 hours. A couple hours solid projection, never beast, but it projects about an arm's length, a little more. Comes in, gives you about 4 hours of a nice scent bubble. You're picking up with some wash, you're leaving a trail. People are going to know you're in the room when you walk by. A couple hours of decent skin scent, then it's about an hour of light skin scent time to reapply, right? Um, I want to say this is a sexy scent, alluring, like in a full grown adult man way. It's not playful, it's not sweet, it's not youthful, but it's not, again, old man. It's just a full grown adult 40-year-old, 50-year-old man, you know what I mean, who's got some shit together. I don't think this could be an everyday scent for most people. I think it's going to be more about a situational scent, unless you work in a high-end like office, law office or something. Uh, you're probably just going to wear this mostly to like weddings and Dan dates and things like that. Uh, but you do you, boo. You wear whatever you want, whenever you want. I'm just saying, to me, it's more along that line of a sense. Um, could be worn all year. The It was hot when I wore this, and I might take the spray back one on the moisturizer because it was a little too strong, uh, but not a lot. So three in the middle of summer, probably go 4 or 5 in the winter, 4 in the spring and fall. But you do you, again. You wear what you want, how much you want. But it definitely could be an all year scent. I'd say a special occasion scent. Um, Compliments. The coffee girls liked it, of course. Both of them really liked it. Uh, they said it was different, which is nice. So, but different, but not. They said it's different, but it's nice. So they really actually really liked it. So yeah, that's it, guys. Again, I don't know how good of a dupe it is, but as on its own, it's a very nice plum, winey, boozy plum, spicy, smoky, woody fragrance. It's very nice, very nice. So give it a try if you can. I know it's expensive for a dupe, but if you can find it like I did for 40, $50, it's definitely worth that. All right, guys, that's it. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.